Everybody, I'm reviewing the SADES, however you pronounce them, 7.1 surround sound headset. These are the ones from Amazon that are $21 and change. I had the SA708 model first, which is not surround sound. It uses two 3.5mm jacks. One goes in the sound, one goes in the mic. The right side kept cutting out. Got a refund. And decided to spend the extra $7 on these instead. They're fully USB. They work absolutely wonderful. Probably the best headsets I've ever had for the money. I was going to get a Logitech $60 headset, but these were $20. And I said, you know what? I'll give them a shot. I can always get a refund because Amazon just loves to give you your money back. They don't fucking need it. They never even asked for the old ones back. They said, just keep them, throw them out. And which is true, because why waste the postage on something like that if it's defected? The right side does work if you wiggle the wire, so I'm keeping them as a spare. Just the thing I wanted to tell people with these, a lot of people are going to think, or I heard a lot of people talking about that the mic doesn't pick up. People can't hear me. This microphone sucks. I return them. I hate them. They suck. I'm going to spend another $60 on the other ones because the microphone's better. Right? That's not the case. That's not the case at all, guys. Some microphones are just very crappy out of the box. You got to tweak the settings, okay? So, very simple fix. If you have headphones, any kind of headphones that the microphone is not picking up your voice good, or you sound distant, you don't sound close, and you're using Ventrilo, and you're maxing out your outbound settings in your Ventrilo, and all they hear is a ton of background noise and a big click because you have it all the way up, but you still sound like you're a fucking 10 million miles away. Don't even touch any settings in Vent. You don't have to. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your control panel. Okay? Oops. Control panel. It's going to look like this when you first get in there. Okay? Click up the top here. Click category and change it to large icons. It just makes it easier to find exactly what you need. Yes, this is easier too. I need sound, so I could go right into here if I wanted to. But just to make it easier for you guys, just click this at the top right. Click large icons, scroll down the middle section if you have Windows 7, which I recommend over 8 and 8.1 because it's fucking garbage. And if you think 8 and 8.1 is not garbage, then you're just a fucking idiot. Sorry, but you are. Windows XP was the best operating system over Vista until they ended support April 4th of this past year. What that means is, for people that don't know, is that means you can no longer get Windows updates from Microsoft. So when there's a hole in the operating system and someone finds a hole in the operating system, you cannot patch it. They won't be patching it anymore. Makes XP a very, very risky operating system at this point in time. After April 4th of 14, XP and extended support has been turned off. That's it. The switch is done. It's over. Windows 7 end of support, extended support is ending, but not until January 13th of 2020. Okay, so you have another 6 years, or 5 at this point, of extended support for Windows 7. What does that mean? That means when you go start and you click on Windows Updates, Windows Update, alright, and you click check for updates, this is going to find operating system updates. This patches your operating system for whatever reason that they put out an update. When you have an update put out and you click and see what it says security update for Windows 64-bit systems, or security update for IE, or security update for whatever. Those are hole patches to patch holes. Very important. See? No updates found. These are optional updates. I don't need those. That's why they're optional. Yeah, so as long as it says no important updates, you're all up to date. It's very important you check for this once a week. You should have it automatic down here. You'll see a little symbol. Very important you do your operating system updates. Now, even though this has nothing to do with the headphones, I'm just going to say it anyway. People think, well, I have this $200 antivirus. I pay $40 a year, to have Norton. Norton's terrible, guys. Norton is... At this point in time, Norton is a bottleneck, okay? Norton is resource hungry. It's disgusting. I use Avast, and I use the free version of Avast. And it's fine. I mean, as long as you know how to do computer maintenance and how to not click on stupid advertisements and download these exe files and say, ooh, let's download this game, but the file says Manager Booster EXE. That's the game, let's play it. You open that, boom, you got a fucking Trojan right off the bat because you're a schmuck, okay? Don't click that stupid shit. Do your updates, you're fine. Like I was saying, if you have XP and you can't patch your operating system, but you say, I have antivirus, I have Malware, I have all this great stuff, that's fine. But it does shit. If your operating system is vulnerable, it doesn't matter how good your antivirus shit is, because it doesn't matter. You're still going to get infected. Your operating system's open. That's it. It's done. So as long as you have your operating system up to date like I do here, and you're running Avast, which I am down here, as you can see, here's Avast. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, you don't need to pay for this either. The only thing I pay for is Malware, and I pay for the Pro version. Okay, I pay for the Pro version. Now, the only difference between the Pro version and the free version is that the Pro version gives you real-time protection. That means if you try to get an intruder, you're going to get a pop-up saying blocked IP, whatever, whatever. The free version doesn't do that. All the free version does is let you scan and fix. But this prevents shit from even infecting you because it's real-time protection. And Black Friday's around the corner, guys. And I'm telling you, slickdeals.net. Slickdeals.net. It's a forum. People post deals. You could find Malware for like $5 for lifetime for one PC. Fucking snatch it. Buy 3 of them. Okay? Seriously. Snatch it. That this is the best piece of malware software I've ever used. And when people bring me their computers, hey, my computer's running slow, my computer's, it's taking 10 minutes to boot or 10 minutes to shut down, you're infected. You're infected. I installed the free version of this for people. I scan computers. I find over 10,000 malwares. It's disgusting. I have not one piece of malware on my system because I live by maintenance. I build computers on the side for fun. I taught myself how to build computers on the side for fun. I just took this thing apart the other day on the 12th, the day before the WoW expansion came out. My intake fan was fucking caked. My fan up top was caked. I took this all apart, took everything out of the case, and cleaned everything down, and it's running really good. I mean, it was running really cool, but I mean, this is a low-end build. This, including, if you count the Windows disk and the monitor and the video card as part of it, it was like $500-600. But I don't really. A monitor, if you need a new, if you have an HD motherboard and you don't have an HD monitor, then you gotta buy a monitor. I recommend it. But let's say you have a monitor, you have a Windows disk, and you just need a video card. I don't really count the Windows disk as hardware or the monitor as hardware. CPU, motherboard, RAM, that's considered hardware to me. So not including the Windows disk, not even including the video card, because this I have an APU chip. Usually the integrated graphics come on the board, now they're starting to come on the chip. So it's an APU chip, an AMD Athlon 2 APU, 3.4 gigahertz APU chip, which I've used before I got the video card, which really works fine. I was streaming HD, playing games, getting like 40 frames a second on WoW. With an APU chip, low end, the $60 CPU, that's outstanding. That's outstanding. I don't need a let me shut this blinds. I don't need a $2,500 computer, guys. Okay, this is a low-end build. I wasn't even building this for the game. I was building this for a new business I was opening, which ended up not happening. So I built it as cheap as I can. Like I said, if you do not include the video card, the Windows disk, and the monitor, this was only about $300 to build. And this thing is really this is not bad. Check this out. Okay, this is a program called Specky. Okay, Specky is great. It tells you everything that's inside your system. Okay, so if you're fixing someone's computer and you don't know what they have in there, this is a great tool. CPU's a little warm. I have RAW running right now, but as you see, it's starting to go down. It just normally starts off high when you open this program. I don't know why, but you see it's dropping very fast. So yeah, AMD A4 5300. It's not a bad CPU. It's a very low-end build. 8 gigabytes, DDR3, graphic card. I have an ATI Radeon R7 200, 2 gigs, GDDR5. Look at those temps, though. Look at the temp. That video card is under load right now. I have WoW running. That's really fucking good. That motherboard's cool as could be. The CPU does run a little warm because there's an APU chips. APU chips just run warm because it's just how they are. So I'm fluctuating between 42 and 43 Celsius on that CPU. Storage drives. I have a 120 gigabyte Samsung SSD, which I strictly use for my operating system, as you can see. Alright, that's it. That's just operating system and a few programs. Nothing else goes on that C drive. Nothing. Just drivers, Windows updates, stuff like my antivirus, malware bytes, open office, stuff that I really, Firefox, stuff that I want to fucking open like this. That's my 1 terabyte Western Digital black drive. Now I say black drive. If you're gonna get a spindle drive, don't even look at Seagate anymore. Fuck Seagate. Their failure rate is ridiculously high. Western Digital is the best spindle drives out there now. If you have a laptop, go with the Blue Series. It has IntelliPark. That means when you're not accessing your drive, it spins down, so you're not constantly spinning your drive, which saves battery power on your laptop. If you have a PS3 and you're looking to upgrade your hard drive, do not, I repeat, do not get a blue drive because of that IntelliPark feature. I've upgraded my 80 gig FAT on my PS3 and got a 500 gigabyte blue Western Digital, and I was playing God of War, and gameplay was fine, but during gameplay the disc isn't really spinning a lot. My hard drive spun down and stopped spinning. When I got to a cutscene, it had to spin back up the drive, and everything was out of sync. Video was out of sync, audio was out of sync because of that drive. Ended up returning that drive and getting a black drive instead, which actually turned out to be a 750 gig, I think, at that time, because the 2.5 blacks were only, I couldn't find a terabyte. I still can't find a terabyte 2.5 black. 750 is your best bet. So I got the 750 for the PS3. That problem went completely away. No out of sync, no nothing. The hard drive is great. Black drives are performance drives. So if you're gonna get a black drive, like right now I'm using a black drive in here as a storage drive. So I could have used a green drive maybe, you know what I mean? But I'm running my games off the storage drive. I don't have the games on my C drive, on my SSD. I have all my games. I got my music, my pictures, my programs, my games, all on my D drive, okay? And what I also did was, inside this folder, I made a documents folder and a music folder, picture folder, all of that. So when I go start and I click on music or pictures or documents, it doesn't take me to the C drive, pictures, documents, music. It takes me to the storage drive. I click that, it takes me to the D drive. The D drive. It doesn't, if I click, music or pictures, it doesn't take me, it takes me to my D drive, not my C drive, you see? So you want to point all those things to your storage drive. This way you're not going start, documents, and you're going to your C drive. No, I'm going to my D drive. Yes, if I go like this in here, yes, I still have a documents and a music folder and all this stuff, but as you can see, there's nothing in here. These are empty because it's not going to here. I have it routed to go here. So how to do this is you go into your storage drive, you make a few folders, music, whatever, blah blah blah, and your my documents. You go here and you right click, let's say on music, we'll go properties, and then you're going to have a bunch of other folders in here with a check mark next to it. What you want to do is you want to right click on the D one, make it default, and then delete those other folders, apply OK. Okay, that will route music to your D drive and not ever go to your C drive, which is what you want when you're putting your operating system on an SSD. You don't want any of that shit going to your SSD because you're going to fill up your SSD quick. You don't need to buy a full 500 gig SSD. I don't even think they have 500 gigs. They might. They're very expensive. I know they got 250s, whatever. Very expensive. You don't need that. You can even get away with a 64 gig SSD. Just put your operating system on it. Put everything else over. Anyway, back to what we were initially talking about. Okay, changes to large icons. If your microphone's not picking up any sound, scroll down the middle section and go to sound. Very simple. Now you have a new thing opened up. You can even close your control panel. You just want this box. Okay, you want to hit the recording tab. You got 4 tabs up at the top. Hit recording. Now you're going to find the one with the check mark is the one that's in use. That's my headset. That's the headset microphone. Right click on it. Go properties. Now you're going to have another new box pop up. Now you can't close this other one down because this is part of this box, so it doesn't matter. You just want this one. We're just looking over here now. Now you have 5 tabs at the top. You want levels. Okay? Once you go into this level tab, you're going to see this slider. Chances are you're going to be way down at the beginning. Okay? Slide it up to about here, or just play around with it. Hit apply, hit OK. Leave this open. You're not done yet. Now, to test it out, if no one's on your vent or anything, and you can't have anyone to help you test it out, go to Start, All Programs, Accessories, and Sound Recorder. Okay? Just hit Sound Recorder, start recording, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Hello, ba-boo, 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 boo. Now, when you hit stop, it's automatically going to make you save the file. Alright, that you can't play it within Sound Recorder. It's not like the old XP, Windows 95, 98, Millennium. It's not the same kind of a sound recorder. So what I do is just hit desktop. You don't even have to name it anything. Just hit save. Okay, now you have the file down here. Just put your headphones on, double click it, listen to yourself, see how loud you are. If you're not loud enough, you can delete this file now. If you're not loud enough, just right click on this again, go properties, go levels. Raise this up a little bit more. Re-record a new sound. Save it, play it, listen to it. If now that you're too loud, go back in, move it down a little bit. Now, you also might have in here a booster level. My old headset did have it. I don't know why this one doesn't, because maybe it's USB, not sure. You raise this one up to the same thing, and now you your booster one, you just raise it up just a little bit. Just a hair. Just a hair. Because that's going to boost this a lot. So you don't need to move that booster thing all the way up. You'll be screaming in people's ears. Just move this one up a little bit. If you have a booster tab, just slowly move that one up. But this one's all you really need. Okay? Once you find out that you have that perfectly done, you're all set to go. Now go into your vent. Alright? Sets. Go into your vent setup. Change these output and input devices, if you did not already, to this surround sound headset, which is this one, USB. Change them both to USB, hit OK. Go back into your setup, hit the speech tab, make sure it's on the USB sound, and hit OK. You do not need to mess with your input and outbound settings. Chances are that's going to be fine because you boosted it in the settings. If you boosted it, you could always turn this up just a little bit. Now, when you have a problem with hearing people, some people's microphone sucks, and they're not smart enough to do what I just taught you. So you right-click on their name, you go miscellaneous, and you go special effects, which I cannot do because I cannot do it on myself. You go special effects, you're going to have another box pop up with a whole bunch of stuff on the left side and an empty box on the right side. You're going to click volume, hit add, which takes the volume and moves it over to the right side. Then you click volume, hit edit or properties, whatever, and then you can raise that up a little bit. That will special effect that specific person volume to where they come louder to you without them having to adjust anything on their end. Normally I have to do that for every single person that ever goes on my vent because their shit sucks. Sometimes you got people that are really fucking loud. So you do the opposite. You put the volume over, you go properties, and you lower their volume a little bit. But that's pretty much how that works. Sorry for everything else I talked about. Just stuff comes to mind, and stuff's important to know. So that's what you got to do. Alright? Hope that video was good. Hope that helped you guys out. If you buy this headset, just follow those things. I also recommend you definitely install the software that comes with the headphones. They will work without it. Generic driver, of course, but the software, for some reason, I wasn't going to install. I'm not big on software that comes. Even like when you buy a motherboard or a graphics card, I don't use the software on the disc or the driver on the disc. I go to the website. I get the updated, latest driver because usually the stuff that's on the disc is outdated because by the time they make that stuff, there's already updates if it's sitting on the shelf for a long time. So that's what you got to do. Install the software. The headphones do get much louder, sound much better. You will probably have to adjust your volume on your end after you do that because they were very loud after I did that. I had to lower them. And that's about it. Everything's good. So hopefully that helps you guys out. I definitely recommend those headphones for $20. Very, very good. And have you guys a good day. All right? Take care.